In this video, I will show you 5 top tips that will save your life in Supernova difficulty playthrough of the Outer Worlds. Greetings comrades, Soviet Gaming here. If you enjoy quality gaming content like I do, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell button, so you will be the first one to see all the new videos coming up. Guys, I wanted to show you 5 great tips for Supernova difficulty on the Outer Worlds, but I came up with more, so there are some bonus tips in the end. So make sure to watch this video till the end, so you won't miss them. Let's go! Okay guys, so the first tip I have for you for Supernova difficulty of the Outer Worlds is go ranged. Go all the way ranged. I haven't really tried melee build, but I'm pretty sure it's way inferior because you can do something like this. You can snipe the enemies from the stealth and do insane damage to them. You can't kite the enemies because you have to be in the melee range, and there are a lot of melee ranged enemies that are actually way tougher than you are. Because you know, you'll have to fight him in melee, and that will be quite horrible. So yeah, going ranged is way to go because you can exploit the enemy weaknesses from afar. You can kite the enemies, you can destroy them without actually being harmed yourself that much. There we go. Nyoka is dead? No, not really. She survived. So yeah, that's the first tip, and that's a good one because I don't know, I think my playthrough would be a total hell if I would go melee. Even though I got ranged, it's still, you know, we still have a lot of issues with the enemies. We still have a lot of issues, and I recommend going maybe the long guns, because long guns are the sniper rifles, assault rifles, pistols. I haven't found them that much useful, so I use shotgun, I use assault rifle, and I use sniper rifle, and sometimes I use flamethrower or something like that, but you know, it's usually long gun, so this skill should be your priority for the playthrough. Of course, if you want a more comfortable playthrough, if you want to go totally hardcore, you can go melee and die a million times. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Next tip is really important, guys. You really want to smash that like button to promote this video in YouTube algorithm. Alright, but seriously, smash that like button, guys. It's important. Tip number 2 will be putting companions on passive, because they are really weakened. They die so easily, so you want to put them at close distance, at ranged weapon and passive mode, otherwise they will most likely die. Even at the end game, when they have all the skills, when they are really healthy and well, they still die a lot to random shots or anything, and like, yeah. Even at the passive they can be harmed, so be careful about losing them. I lost 2 already, and I recommend going for health, armor and survivability upgrade, getting the second wind talent for them, and getting don't go dying on me talent for yourself, so when you will heal you can resurrect your dead teammates once in 15 minutes. Otherwise you will definitely lose some of your companions and you won't be able to finish these side stories, and some of those losses are really sad. Poor Ellie. Another option for you, if you don't care about companion quest lines, you can go solo by playing Lone Wolf here and getting all the solo perks for yourself, because they don't really add a lot to your value other than weight limits. So if you don't plan on carrying a lot of stuff with you, you can just leave them at your spaceship and they will be safe. Tip number 3 is using transition zones for quick saving. Since you can quick save outside of your main ship, I would recommend going to any of those transition zones which you can use to quick save as you go through. For example, on Monarch, when you're traveling around, you can go over here to go into the Fellbrook or go into the Amber Heights to actually make a quick save point on the gates. Any of those blue gates are usually transition points that you can use in order to make a quick save, and most of the elevators are as well. So by transitioning here, we will be going to different location, we will have a new quick save, so if we will die randomly or to horrible occasion, we can use this quick save in order to load the game and don't go through everything from the start. As you can see, we just got into the laboratory and there we go, we have this autosave that we can use to load if we will die, so it's like a checkpoint for you guys, free. Tip number 4 will be about the perks. You want to prioritize survival skills like health, armor, and I recommend getting the sprint speed because sprinting doesn't consume any kind of stamina and you can sprint forever, and since you don't have fast travel, you will be traveling out a lot, and sprinting is the fastest way for you to travel. So as you can see, for my playthrough, I took Health, Slow the World, Cheetah, Pack Mule, Resilient, Scanner, Harvester, Hoarder, Pack of the Mules, Soliloquy? What are these? I don't know, I just like dialogues. Penetrating Shots and Don't Go Dying on Me. And then I'll take Thick Skin and something else. So, you know, just prioritize survivability so you won't be killed easily, because it's quite easy to do damage, but it's so much harder to survive when you are surrounded by a bunch of enemies and they are just bashing through you with their insane damage. I died so many times to this, and this is horrible because when you die, you lose like 30 hours of your gameplay easily, and you know, nobody wants to go through this stuff again and again. Tip number 5. Exploit this, how is it called? Time shift? Tactical time dilution. Tip number 5. Exploit tactical time dilution. As you can see, I triggered it, it slowed down time, and if you're not shooting or moving, it can take quite a while for it to go away, so you can look around, see what you want to do, aim at the enemy, check the enemy. Actually, time dilation shows you the level of the enemy, its weaknesses, its armor and health. It's really useful. I learned it way too late. You can also snipe the enemy down, you know, aim for specific part of the enemy you want, maybe even go close with the shotgun if you have the proper skills, and do something like this. Boom! And yeah. And it can recover quite fast. You can kinda run away while it's recovering and use it for your own advantage. Also, it's really cool to do headshots for the enemies because it kinda staggers them and they don't have that many options if they are that injured and, you know, that crippled. So they become way less dangerous after this. Now we go to the bonus tips. I have way more than 5 actually. Randomly I figured out to have more. So the bonus tip for you, you can actually move Unreliable around landing pads, at least on Monarch. So there are at least 3 landing pads on Monarch where you can place your Unreliable and you can fast travel to it. So instead of running all the way back to the main Stellar Bay, you can just fast travel to Unreliable and use it to travel around, to move to different landing pad using the actual interface. I'll show it to you in a second. So yeah, for Monarch, I discovered it way too late, that I could travel around those 3 landing pads and they were all in the same area. It might be in some different areas, I'm not really sure, but you might want to look into this. Another bonus tip for you guys, it might be not that important, but you might want to go into it. You can actually transfer your inventory supplies to the locker in your spaceship and carry it with you. That way you won't have to fight the overweight all the time. So you unload everything you don't need but you want to keep, for example those science weapons and a lot of consumables, because they weigh a lot. And we have 78 Raptidon meat, that is 0.5 weight each, so if we'll transfer, for example, most of it, we will already be way lighter, and just by removing crap from your inventory, like those mods, you're already making your life easier, and it's way more easier for you to carry stuff around, to loot everything, and you won't have to be over encumbered all the time. Still, there are some things that don't weigh anything, like ammo, like those repair things, mag picks and stuff. They don't weigh anything, so you can carry them with you without any problems. Okay, now we have some minor, really minor tips that you're probably aware of, so let's just list them over. First of all, I haven't found any use for light armor, so I'm going for the heaviest one I can get. Then don't forget to use the workbench. You can modify your weapon by installing the mods that can make it better, or you can tinker it by actually improving its performance. Make sure that you tinker your weapons, because it consumes some credit, but it makes your weapons so much better. So for example, this sniper rifle is getting a huge boost to damage, and you can do the same with the armor. You can upgrade the armor and it will have more defense. Also, if your weapons or armor are damaged, they will have way lower, well, DPS and armor. So repairing them actually makes them way better. Next thing about repair is that you can repair at the workbench, which will be way cheaper than repairing it in your inventory using your skills. If you have any condition on you, like broken limb, concussion or anything, you can just sleep a little bit, and that usually is enough, like the lowest amount of sleep will cure all your conditions. This one might be quite obvious, but if the enemies are too tough for you, try to level up a little bit more. The enemies still respawn at a slow rate in this game, so if you'll wait for a few days, all the enemies will respawn and you can kill them again and get more XP. Stealing inside a town can be risky and not really rewarding, so if you'll steal something like this and you'll be spotted, don't run away. Talk to the guards, give them bribe or anything. If you'll try to run away, they will just attack you after that. So if you run away, you will get in trouble. Don't do that. It might cause a lot of issues for you. Try to buy ammo and sell stuff to the vendors, to the actual people, because vendor automats, the actual selling machines, they don't have the discount, and when you're selling stuff to them, you're getting less, you don't get in the discount. Discount is working both ways. You are getting stuff cheaper and selling stuff for more money. And make sure to stock up on your main ammo. For me, it's heavy ammo. I always like that, so always buy it when you have it available and you have extra money. I hope those tips were useful for you guys. If they were, go to the comment section and write your favorite tip, and if you have some extras, please share it with us. And don't forget to like the video while you go in there and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button, so you won't miss any new videos coming up. That's about it for now. Soviet out. See ya, comrades. Bye.